Subject number 1, Melissa Lescard, French passport, born in Algeria, at present resident in Paris.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Qu'est-ce que vous voulez? Vous allez me foutre le camp, oui?
I want to talk to you.
Okay. Talk.
I need your help.
Well, you see, I'm going out to dinner, and I'm late, so please go away.
I could simply arrest you. 1 LL 707 hijacked in July, 3 people killed. A rather messy affair in Frankfurt 6 weeks later. Moshe Altman assassinated in Madrid.
There is no evidence in the world that I was involved in any of those events.
But you were. And as for evidence, I can invent that. Very good at it. And if you have the least idea in your tiny little head, might save a lot of trouble if you realize that you and I were 2 of a kind. Can I sit down? I'll start again. I need your help.
What for?
Well, that depends on a lot of factors.
And what's in it for me?
Well, since none of you are interested in money, only revolution, I suggest the release of the Zarim brothers and fired Haifids.
No, we're not 2 of a kind. I never make promises I can't fulfill.
You'd get a telephone call from Fowd to tell you that he and the others were free. There are code words you use between yourselves to prove that he was telling the truth.
Well, there.
That's the deal, my dear. Take it or leave it.
Do I have any option?
Subject number 2. Scott Elliott Allison, American, journalist, living in New York City.
Pete! Hey, fellas, come on, move it!
Did you get it?
Did I? It's fantastic. I can't wait to get this one out.
You're not writing it, I am.
The hell you are.
You're going to Europe tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Says who?
Horse-faced, and he wants to see you right now.
Edgar?
Yes, sir, Edgar J. Van Allen himself, under orders.
No kidding. I didn't think he took orders from anybody.
Try Washington.
Mr. Allison? That's me. Good. I'm Mr. Curtis.
Never heard of it.
It doesn't matter. Thank you for coming.
Wasn't my choice. I was told to come.
I hope it was some use to you.
What do you want from me?
What do you say in your profession? Today's headlines are tomorrow's history, something like that. Or did you say that, in fact?
Well, now, that's very flattering.
Not at all. I read a lot of your work. It's very good.
Thank you. Look, if this is how you guys put the finger on somebody, it's all very civilized, but would you mind getting to the point?
Yeah, 2 words. Alexander Diakim.
What about him?
An idol of your student days, I believe. It's been rather thrilling to be a member of that family. What you were a part of that group.
That was a long time ago.
Well, there you are. I shouldn't have thought time had anything to do with the man who saved one's life.
Oh, I see. First flattery, then moral blackmail.
Oh, dear, those are very tiresome words, really.
Now I suppose you're going to offer me the biggest exclusive story in the world, and I'm hooked, right?
I do hope so. He's going back.
What? Jesus Christ. Why now?
Subject number 3. François-Thierry Diderot, aged 8, lives with his family at Saint-Paul-de-Vienne in France.
Parenti, madame.
Hein? Prenez place, madame.
Subject number 4, Charles Lord, personal secretary to Sir Guy Rossington at the Foreign Office in London.
Jesus, what the... Get the bloody hell out of here!
All right, Williams, thank you. Take him out, then. Here, Broderick.
Who the fucking hell are you? Ridiculous bloody performance.
Yes, it is, isn't it? But we have to use the methods at hand. Who are you calling?
My boss, then MI5. Who else?
Mr. Lord. Mr. Lord, why don't you think?
People don't get fired for this kind of thing anymore. Have you never heard of the term consenting adults? God in heaven, half the jobs in the government would be vacant.
Yes, but you've not been exactly careful, have you? Or particular? Hmm? Rough trade, I think that's the term. All of them undesirable contacts from the point of view of the Foreign Office.
Hello?
You can do what you like, where you like.
Hello?
But you mustn't frighten the horses.
Who's calling?
That lot would have frightened the shit out of them.
Hello? Who's there? Hello?
Christ.
There's something the establishment doesn't awfully care for. Picking up the pieces.
You're quite a bastard, aren't you? Well, there's some kind of deal, obviously. What do you want?
You give me a little help. And all those, and this is forgotten.
Do tell me. I'm absolutely fascinated. How does a nice, clean, upstanding copper like you get to know a pretty little piece of bait like young Cliff? Personal research, as it were?
I'll be in touch. Right? The 5th and last subject, Katina Peterson, American citizen by marriage, now living and working in Italy.
Would you please get back to the paid people? So we don't. Oh, Are you the carpet man?
No.
Carlo! If you see anybody who looks like a carpet man downstairs, will you please send him up? Yes, what can I do for you?
Alexander Diakim. I understand you know him.
Who are you? Yes, I suppose you could say I know him. I lived with him for 4 years.
He's in great danger. He needs help. I want you to talk to him, will you?
Talk to him. He wouldn't listen. He never did.
He's going back.
Back? God, he must be mad. They'll put him in prison for life. They'll kill him.
I did tell you he is in danger.
Oh, God, how can a man so clever be such a damn fool?
You never wanted him to leave in the first place, did you?
Of course not. Christ, he should have stayed there and fought them all the way. At least that's what I thought. Oh, Alex. How is it, that you knew that I didn't want him to go back? And what else do you know?
Nothing much. Except that he was the only man you really ever loved. And if he goes back and gets killed, and you don't help me to help him, I hate to use a cliche, but I don't think you'd find it possible to face yourself again, would you?
You're a devious man.
No, not really.
Oh, yes, really. All right.
And Alexander Diakim.
Did we check again with political?
Oh, yes, yes. They've gone through every normal diplomatic channel to try and make him see sense, but no good. He's going back.
So we're locked into this thing now, right?
I'm afraid so, yes.
You have arranged final insurance, I assume?
Yes, sir. And in certain circumstances, all 5 subjects can be considered expendable.
Excellent.
And now I have some rather interesting old photographs. This is the only picture in existence at the actual moment when Diakim did, in fact, save the life of Scott Allison. This is Diakim here. This is Scott Allison you see here. This is the moment when the bullet actually went through his left shoulder. It would have gone through the boy's head. Here is Katina Peterson. You can't really see her. She's covered up with people. Katina Peterson when she was married to the millionaire Howard Peterson. She gave it all up when she fell in love with Diakim. She's rather a strong-willed woman. Now, intelligence reports say that he, Diakim, will move on February the 25th. 2 days before then, I shall assemble the 5 subjects at a small town called Gmunden in Upper Austria.
Don't tell me I have to bunk up with you.
It is as yet impossible to say when he intends to make his bid. His followers in the capital have not yet completed plans for the arrival. Communist opposition to Diakim is strong and may lead to violence.
Your call to Wiltshire, sir.
Control to Curtis. 56/3A ends.
You're all right. Is she on the line?
Yes.
Margaret?
Yes, darling?
Darling, I'm sorry. I called you earlier, but you were out. Now I'm a bit pushed.
Oh, sorry. I took Liz up onto the downs to try out that new saddle.
How is my fat trial?
Oh, you are foul. She's got a bit of a cold.
How's the saddle?
Fine. Are your common market people behaving? You sound weary.
Yeah, I'm weary but well. James?
He wants to get engaged to Alice Mannering. Now, don't go off the deep end. I've got a splendid idea. Say yes.
Oh, God, to Alice. Darling, I told him to wait till he was 20.
Say yes, but only if he goes on studying law and gives up his plan of joining you as a gentleman farmer.
All right. You are a wise old thing.
I don't much care for the old bit.
Well, wise. And I love you.
I love you. Miss you.
I miss you. Home soon.
Promise?
Well, soonish.
And please make the farmers of Europe bring down their prices.
Yes, I will. God bless you. I love you.
Goodbye.
Okay.
CIA intelligence reports that Diakim left Geneva by car at 0650 today. Then took a plane to Vienna. Arrived 10:30. His estimated time of arrival, Schloss Hohenberg, 13:45 your time. Security arrangements, as we understand them, are virtually non-existent. Though it is possible that Diakim will be personally well guarded and will not move without cover. His own intelligence organization is efficient. It's possible that he will obtain certain information from inside his country before we do. His staff numbers 13 in all. Some old friends, some young men and women who have been organizing support for his campaign. All are potentially dangerous.
He had a kind of magic about him, an electricity. People either love him or they fear him, but no one's ever indifferent. I still can't believe I'm going to see him.
That's why I needed you. Because he'll listen to you.
If he's made up his mind, he won't listen to anybody.
Oh, he's made up his mind. He's very unsure.
Unsure? Bullshit.
No, he's frightened if he goes back now, he'll do more harm than good.
But why don't you want him to go back?
But we do want him to go back. We do. At the right time. But we're behind him all the way. We always have been. He's a very valuable man.
More than valuable. He's an inspiration to the people.
Alive, Mr. Alice. Alive. You know, one day he will go back, and he'll win. And you can be responsible for that. No, because you stopped him going back now.
Scott Allison.
Don't see him. Don't see him, Alex. It's dangerous.
Bring him here.
Alex.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll continue later. Scott.
Hello, Alex. It's great to see you.
My dear friend. This is extraordinary.
You look fantastic.
Thank you. Come in.
You know, I've thought of you and Katina so many times. How have you been?
All right, thank you. A drink?
Thank you. It's Costa, isn't it?
Here we are.
I stay.
Thank you. As you can see, my boys are upset. For months, they prepare this place for me in secret, and a few hours after I arrive, the press walks in.
Alex, you know I would never print anything until you gave me the go-ahead.
Have a seat.
And anyway, that's not the main reason I'm here.
So what's the main reason, and how did you know where to find me?
I was approached by a man called Curtis, who's connected with something called the Western Intelligence Liaison.
Why did they approach you?
They wanted someone you trusted from the past to talk to you.
What for?
They want me to warn you. Alex, your government's never going to let you get back alive. You're either going to be shot under cover of some phony riot, or they'll hijack your plane to God knows where.
My friend, you're not telling me anything I don't already know.
And you still plan to go back?
This Western Intelligence Liaison. There is no such organization.
I'm telling you, there is. It was a new one on me, too. But
Scott,
I talked with this guy, Curtis.
Scott, don't pretend to me. It isn't worthy of our relationship. I know you are a member of the CIA.
I'm not with the CIA. Jesus, where did you ever get the idea that I was involved with the CIA?
You always were.
When I was a student? That's crazy.
They used many students. It was the students who helped me escape last time.
Alex, this is a lot of crap, and you know it.
Why do you think I agreed to see you?
I thought because of the past. Because of all the things we've gone through together.
The past doesn't exist. Only now exists. I understand what you've been told to say. Your people helped me then.
My people?
They were on my side then. But they are not on my side now. I am more alone than I thought I was.
You planted all that CIA crap, didn't you? You want him to believe he doesn't have their support.
He doesn't. But I thought it was better coming from a friend. Somebody he trusted. Or thought he did. Mr. Allison. Vienna, New York. Open. I believe there's a flight tonight.
Served my purpose, right? I don't know if I'm ready to go home yet. I might stick around and get that story you promised me.
I can't stop you. The taxpayer's footing the bill. Mr. Brewer, take charge of that one. Just tell Brewer when you're ready.
Thank you. Think I might go back there and clear some things up for you.
Who'd listen? You're CIA, remember?
Friend's quite an operator.
Never misses a trick.
Beautiful day. Think I'll have a look around. Maybe, buy a few gifts.
I'm sorry.
Lily, I said only if it's urgent.
I think it is.
What's the matter with her?
She just keeps saying she wants to go back to Milan.
Where is she?
In the bar.
Tell McNeil to get ready with the set piece. Anything wrong?
I won't see him. I won't talk to him.
I see.
I don't trust you. And whatever you're planning is not good for him, and I won't go along with it.
You really are the most extraordinary woman, aren't you? You have an amazing capacity for self-destruction. You had a rich husband who gave you everything you wanted. You had security.
Don't need to be told my entire life history. I happen to have lived it.
And you chucked it all away, didn't you? Your son was conceived about 3 months before Diakim disappeared.
Oh.
Yes. Because he was born in that convent in Dijon 6 months after you got into France.
No. No, but he knows about it.
There's always somebody who knows about everything, Mrs. Peterson. Just a question of finding. Then you had him adopted, didn't you? When he was, what, 11 months old. By Pierre and Marie Diderot of Saint Paul de Vienne, I think.
All right. All right. I'll do anything you say. I'll talk to Alex. I'll do anything, but for God's sake, leave that boy alone.
When did you last see him?
Never, never since then.
Oh, but surely. Madame Diderot sends you a photograph every Christmas.
Oh. How did you get him here?
He has to see a specialist.
He's not ill.
No, he's not ill. It's just advice from the family doctor with a little pressure from me. You see, the specialist is one of my men.
Please wait. You didn't tell him about me.
Not yet.
Oh, it's you. I was beginning to think you didn't fancy me anymore.
Just dropped in to see if you were all right.
How darling of you.
Anything you want?
Well, I could do with something a tiny bit more amusing than old Ethel here. But then I suppose you keep all the pretty ones to yourself. I would also like to know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing.
You'll know when it's necessary.
Don't you just love your little secrets? Incipient paranoia, I shouldn't wonder. Go on, tell me I'll regret my insubordination one of these days.
You'll regret your insubordination one of these days.
Do you ever do crosswords? A paranoid policeman with delusions of grandeur. 4-letter word, beginning with C and ending with T.
Good morning. Everything all right?
I'm bored. All that snow up there, and I'm not allowed to ski.
Well, you can always go out. Nobody's stopping you. It's a very pretty little town, if you like swans and cuckoo clocks.
It's miles away.
But Muller can drive you.
With one hand on my leg. When do I move?
I don't know. As I told you, maybe never.
Get me a Gisner 99. Well, I'm going to exercise now, then I'm going to take a little swim in the nude. So you better run along to your peeping position number 2, okay?
You told me to keep an eye on her.
Yes, an eye. How do you equate $300 a year with a great revolution?
You ask that? As one schizo to another?
Perhaps you're right. We could use you on our side.
You? You're the enemy.
Oh, no. I destroy for an ideal just as you do.
I destroy only for freedom.
And so do I. Room 429. But what is freedom? No one's defined it for us, so we're both running blind. Brewer? What's he up to? Has he shown his signs of leaving?
Not until he gets the story. Want me to push him?
No, no, no. Let him get on with it.
You find me attractive, don't you?
Yes.
You like to lay me?
Yes.
Must be easy for you. You hold many people in your hands. Many women.
Victims don't interest me.
You like to possess danger, don't you?
Something like that. Oh, by the way, I'll get you your Gisner 9v9.
Well, hurry up, I'm cold.
I wondered how I'd feel. How I'd feel. I was so scared.
How do you feel?
Somehow nothing's changed. And you've not changed.
I have.
No, I remember I used to go out. You never asked where I'd been. Now I'm here. You don't ask why or how I found you.
Because I know. Sit down. I'm afraid I misjudged Scott badly.
Scott Allison? Our Scott?
Yeah, he came here yesterday. This man, Curtis, he's very clever at planting false evidence. Like this.
What is it?
A letter. Quite a good imitation of your handwriting, but not good enough to fool me. Full of nonsense about you having had my son. You did have a child?
Yes. Yes, of course I did.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because I didn't know where you were. Nobody knew. And Alex, would you have cared?
What do you mean, would I have cared?
Because a mother and a child, that's a family.
So?
You didn't want it. God knows you told me that enough times.
Katina.
Well, you might as well know it all. I had to give the baby away. I had to have him adopted.
What? You gave away our son?
God, I was ill. I had no money. I was on the run, as we all were.
You gave him away just like that?
No, not just like that. Oh. What kind of father would you have been? Always fighting, always risking your life.
Not anymore.
Oh, yes. At this very moment. And I'm no better. I'm self-destructive. Curtis is right. God, I wish to Christ I'd never conceived your baby. And I should have had an abortion.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Just like old times. Did I love you so much? Because you're the only man who ever hit me. It seems a lousy reason.
Tell me, where is he now? I'd like to see him.
No.
Why not?
Because that's the trick.
You mean the boy is here?
Yes. Yes, of course. Curtis brought him here. Alex, listen to me. You shouldn't go back. All right, I know. I know all the reasons. I know that you must do what you must do. And for that, I love you. But for God's sake, stay away from Curtis. And most of all, my darling, please, please leave that baby alone.
To Curtis, information ends.
Darling, look, you know I can't stand her.
She does so love the country and the animals and everything.
All that chitter-chatter, she's like a mad parrot.
She says she never sees you since you took on this European farmers thing.
Serves her bloody well right.
Oh.
No, I don't mean that. Ask her whenever you like, but not in April.
Not April? Why?
Well, I thought we might clear off together, somewhere warm. Sicily, Corfu. Just a couple of weeks alone. Hmm?
Leave your precious livestock in April?
Well, this time, honestly, I will try. I'm so sick of it.
Your committee, are they okay?
Yeah, they're fine. It's just too many people. I'm fed up with them. People.
Do stop creeping around like Dracula's daughter. Come in and have a drink.
No, I just have to check.
It's all right. I'm not going to pounce on you. You're not my type.
It's against orders. I'm not supposed to sit down and talk to you.
Well, we could just sit.
No, I don't think Mr. Curtis would like that.
Look, you can't hang about in the street all night. You'll freeze your balls off.
All right, if you insist.
Red or white? I'll have a beer. Oh, come on, live it up a little. This is a wine bar.
He won't be coming.
Good morning. I beg your pardon?
He won't be taking your little boat ride, and neither will I.
I see.
You try to manipulate lives. Doesn't anyone ever turn on you and fight back?
Sometimes.
Well, that's what I'm doing right now.
I told you to board up the leg at Old Munster. It seemed wiser.
Alex, why didn't you listen to me? Why do you think you're always right?
I have to see the boy. I'm sure you understand that. Your Curtis doesn't frighten me. I know him.
Oh, no, you don't.
About time. I was beginning to think I put that note in the wrong coat.
Sorry I'm late. I've been followed. My watchdog isn't quite as stupid as he looks. Can you see him?
Yeah. He's over there on the right. God knows what he could confess to. I hope he doesn't decide to investigate.
He won't. He's British. Which means he's embarrassed as hell being in a church anyway. It'll be a different matter if the priest turns up.
You didn't see it. I took the sign down. Confessions on Saturday afternoon only. Shortage of staff, you know.
And it's a riotous place to meet. How come you're not being followed?
Well, no one's interested in me anymore. You see, I've already played my little part.
What part? What's going on? Who the hell are you anyway?
He's a big boy.
Yes, and he's happy. They love him, Alex. They're very kind people.
What's his name?
Francois.
You know him?
Met him a couple of times some years ago.
Why?
Money. He needed a fighting fund. We, that is the Foreign Office, negotiated a loan for him. I handled the details.
Has he paid it back?
No.
Well, that must be why you're here.
To pressure him in some way.
Exactly. And Melissa Lescard's here to kill him if all else fails.
Are you sure it was her?
I'm positive. I did a story on her last summer.
But there's no pressure attached to that loan, political or otherwise. I don't see what Curtis thinks I can do.
You won't until he hits you with it.
I have nothing to say.
Well, I have to tell you. Now, look. Your country's at peace. It isn't perfect. Nothing is. But for the moment, it'll do.
Who for? You or them? The government is fascist and corrupt. The alternative is communism. Which is your choice, I'd like to know.
You, later.
What good is later to hundreds of innocent people being held in jail?
There'll be a lot more, won't there? If you fail.
Who says that I'm going to fail?
What about the others? The ones that are going to be killed? The young people. What about them?
Mr. Curtis, some people would rather live 1 hour in freedom than a century in slavery. My people need me as I do need them.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's not just because you're aware that the whole world is watching you? And you daren't lose face? You have very little chance of succeeding. You know that. You said so yourself. If you took my advice, you'd take them, those two, and get the hell out of it before somebody gets you.
You're a very clever man. What a waste that you're an evil one.
Oh, God. Is it evil to try and help you, to help your people? One day you're going to go back with us behind you, and you'll succeed. But this is not the time.
Looks sinister. Or do you just keep your party frock in it?
2 years ago this April, you negotiated a British government loan for Alexander Diakim. Now you're going to tell him that you've been authorized to cancel it.
You mean to say we went through that whole dreary boy-in-the-bed routine just for that? If you needed me, you could have asked the Foreign Office. As far as I know, they'd be prepared to cancel that loan at any time.
And offer him that. $500,000. Bonus.
Oh, I see. A bonus? You mean you want me to bribe Diakim, misrepresent my government, act behind my minister's back?
You see? I did need that boy-in-the-bed routine, didn't I?
You're the bloody end, you really are. You know, you're so busy creating false impressions and doing conjuring tricks. I don't think you know what the truth is anymore.
The truth's what I make it.
Pride, as the man said, comes before a fall.
Yes, as you should know, Mr. Lord.
I hope you won't mind staying for the evening service. Let's time up. When he said the truth is what I make it, that's when I knew I'd had enough.
So what are we gonna do now?
Well, it's not going to be easy. But I think we try and smash up his whole plan.
Yeah, and have Scarred kill Alex?
Well, maybe we can fix her, too. Look, any time now, I'm going to have $500,000 in my hand. I'm going to offer them to your friend Diakim. What do you think he'll do?
I know. He'll refuse.
That's what I hoped you'd say. So if we played cool and careful, the money's ours. $500,000 might persuade Melissa Lascaux to aim crooked.
Hey, newspaper man can get away with some pretty funny stuff. But you have an important career in the government.
Do I?
Don't you? Curtis made a deal with you.
How far would you trust a Curtis deal? Those photographs will be following me around for the rest of my life.
Oh, Charlie, for God's sake. Nobody gives a damn anymore. I mean, so you prefer men. I happen to like women. Some guys even go for sheep.
Well, I don't think sheep would go down too well at the Foreign Office. Thanks for trying all the same. No, you may come out of this in one piece. I'm damn sure I won't. So at least I'm going to try and give myself the satisfaction of nailing our lovely Mr. Curtis to the wall.
Okay.
you?
You didn't listen to him, did you?
No. I listened to my own doubts, my own fears. He even tricked me into distrusting you, didn't he?
Oh, I was a schmuck not to see that coming a mile away.
Scott, supposing he's right.
You know he's not right.
But there will be fighting. I can't pretend there won't.
Since when did anyone get 1 minute's freedom without fighting for it?
Hundreds of innocent people will be killed. Youngsters, children.
Alex, there's never been one man in history who hasn't had these doubts before his moment of truth.
Oh, God. This trust you all put in me.
I have a deal with Curtis, and everything to gain if I see it through.
You don't really think he's going to honor his side of the bargain, do you? Oh, come on, it's hot enough in here without that.
Well, take off your clothes.
Don't you get cheeky with me, girl. He's got you now. He'll keep on using you. He'll never let you go.
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, others will be freed.
That doesn't make you a heroine. It makes you a bloody fool. And a dead fool, most likely.
Well, a dead fool won't get your money.
Inshallah, stop talking like an Arab. It doesn't suit you. How much is it worth?
To risk my life? More than you can pay.
$500,000? Cash? Well, you could buy your boyfriend out of jail for half of that. She says she'll play.
You think we can trust her?
If she gets the money. Thank you. Look, we've got to trust her. We've got no choice. Otherwise, she's going to blow his head off. She'll take the 2 o'clock boat. The one that does the round trip, and stay on it till we get to her.
It's a hell of a risk. $500,000 for half an inch difference in aim.
It's a risk we've got to take. Where's Jennings? Old Ethel. Actually, I seduced him. Now he's running around town in a blonde wig and pearls.
Where have you been?
Just taking in the sights. Lovely little town, isn't it? Well, I don't know where he is. I thought he was supposed to be following me.
You stay in this room till I collect you.
Adams! Oh, goody. Beefcake at last.
Tomorrow morning, 9:30 sharp.
Excuse me? Katina! How are you, love?
Hi, baby.
Beautiful. Oh, good. Can you lock that bathroom?
Yes, yes, of course.
Allison? Come out of there.
No. We're very happy where we are. You want to see Alex go back and win, don't you?
Oh, my God. More than anything in the whole world, but the time is wrong. Maybe later. I don't know.
It's the right time. It's the only time.
Listen, is your life threatened because of what you believe is right?
Well, I think we all have to do the best we can in our own way.
The band's a hell of a lot easier than the sword, isn't it? And neither you nor I are going back to face a whole goddamn army.
If you're not coming out, I'll break this door down.
Do you know why I love Alex?
Bettina, I know you love Alex. He's a great man. I love him, too. That's why
I value him. Do you? He's not only great, he's honest. It's a very rare quality.
Yes.
He's the nearest thing to an answer I have ever found.
That's why you've got to help us. We've got to fight. We've got to kick back in any way we can. Otherwise, you know what happens. The Curtises take over. They always do.
I'm sorry, sir. You took us both by surprise.
Obviously. Allison, you can talk as long as you like.
You're with us, aren't you, Bettina?
Have I ever been anywhere else? Oh, he's such a powerful good. He's got to live.
He will live, and he will win.
I suppose the world needs you. Maybe even me. So where do we go from here?
I love you. Okay, you have to be out of this hotel by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Somewhere where they can't find you, but I can.
He won't take this money. He won't even consider it.
A receipt. See that he signs it. You'll notice that your name's on it as well. You could be forgiven your little predilections, but misrepresenting your government is quite a different thing.
What kind of a man are you?
Practical. I may need your help one day again.
Good morning, Mr. Lord.
Good morning, sir.
Very nice to see you. Sit down, please. It seems that Mr. Curtis not only knows about my emotions, but my conscience as well. I still owe you a lot of money.
Sir, nobody in London's the least bit worried about that loan.
But our hair.
You know the kind of games Curtis has been playing with you, sir? And you know why.
That's a very nice gift indeed. And you're also empowered to cancel the loan, I suppose.
Please don't think I'm here representing the Foreign Office. I'm not. Only Curtis. There are conditions attached, of course.
Oh, of course. Of course. I'm not sure I can win this fight, but I certainly don't want to be assassinated or spend the rest of my life in jail. Oh, no. Do you think I wouldn't like to take all this and simply disappear?
Is it a question of what you'd like to do, sir?
Bravo. Bravo. Spoken like a diplomat. And now we come to the conditions, right? Thank you. I haven't got my glasses. You know what happens if I sign this?
Oh, yes. They blackmail you with it for the rest of your life.
I refuse.
Excuse me, just a moment, please.
Sure.
were wrong. He nearly didn't take it.
Nearly's not a word I know.
Alexander Diakim, of all people.
Yes, Diakim, of all people. Receipt.
Oh, yes. Well, you had it here somewhere.
Silly bastard. Get him back to the car. Owing to destructive action by subject lord, I now consider the situation to be an emergency. Request your permission to motivate Insurance A immediately. Courtesy to control, Emergency 3. Out. Cipher that and get it off right away, will you? I want the Scud.
We're waiting to hear from Muller.
What about the child and the mother?
They're ready to go.
I'll get down to the station, put them on the first train to Paris and phone the father.
Yes, sir.
And wait for me at the airport.
This man needs a doctor, now. But I can't be responsible for his condition. I'm not a surgical nurse.
Lily, I'm responsible for everything around here. Brewer?
What luck? Not a thing. We searched the hillside, but nothing.
Okay, forget it.
But $500,000.
Don't worry. There's only one thing that Alison would do with that money. You take charge, man. Not a button, not a fingerprint. Strip it!
Where's the Englishman?
Curtis shot him.
So it starts. He'll kill us all. You know that?
I don't think so.
But I understand him. You don't. If I was not sure that he means to kill me, I wouldn't take this risk.
But you will take it.
I said I would. I never break my word. You don't speak.
I have nothing to say.
But you think.
Oh, yes, I think.
You don't trust me.
No.
And you dislike me.
Oh, no, on the contrary. You remind me very much of myself when I was your age.
Oh, no, we're not alike. You are, both of you. You are idealists. Otherwise, you wouldn't give me this. You would take it for yourself and run. But it never entered your mind. Did it?
No, it didn't.
Idealist.
Is it such a terrible thing to be?
A dangerous thing to be.
Put them through.
You're through, Mr. Nielsen.
Nielsen, IPL Geneva.
Mr. Nielsen, this is Alexander Diakim. I said I'd call you when I had an announcement to make.
Yes, sir.
I'm going back this evening.
This evening?
That's right. I shall leave from Vienna by private plane. I'll answer any questions in the airport press room at 1900 hours, Austrian time. Did you get that?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Will you excuse me for a moment?
$1,900. Information ends. Your request to motivate Insurance A. Granted.
Get permission to close down, close it up, will you?
Sir?
Yes, coming.
He's going. There's nothing more I can do.
I'm sorry. Shouldn't have joined.
Lestrade's back. Do you want to hear?
Hmm?
Do you want to hear?
No, no. Tell Muller to hold her.
Muller, hold her there.
Bro. Oh, dear. 2, 3. Take those. Get together with those. McNeil. And those three.
Owen, get on.
No, lie back. Lie back, please.
We screwed you, didn't we?
And now the moment which many people have been waiting for. Alexander Diakim, leader of the National Freedom Party, will be flying back tonight. He will be making a further announcement to the press at Vienna Airport, and we shall be covering at least part of this live in a special newscast.
What time do we get in?
10, 15 minutes.
Casualties.
Get this number on the special line. Ask for Mr. Lemmens. He knows the form. Nice trip on the lake?
Chilly.
I want my money back. I don't say what money. It's not worthy of our relationship.
What money?
You know there's only one thing those two bloody wooden heads would have done with it. I'm rather surprised at you. I suppose the less revolutionary side of your nature got carried away.
What money?
Mother! Come here. How are things going?
Mr. Lems is getting fouled.
He's still in jail?
No. He's probably crossing the frontier. When Lems gets on, tell him that Lescard is having difficulty in making up her mind.
Locker number 11 at the bus station. Oh, he's on now. One moment, please.
Out.
Claude! Claude!
Bring him at the airport.
Claude, ça va? C'est sûr. Tu es libre? Dis-moi pour que je sois sûre. Parle-moi.
Good. Take it out to the car and tell Alice to stay with it, will you?
One more, please. Thank you. Just a minute. One more. Thank you. One more. Yeah. One more. One more.
Easy, no problem.
Where's the press conference?
Press conference.
Katina.
I'm sorry, press only.
Here's my card.
You have no special permit.
Oh, but we're friends of Mr. Diakim. I'm sure he
I'm
would
sorry,
want
no.
It's the black Samsonite.
So who can get me one of these special permits?
You've never taken my advice, have you? And you never will. If only you'd done what I'd asked you to do at the beginning. Instead of you letting your heart rule your head. And you scampering around the mountains, Mr. Allison, with a sack full of stolen money. Nobody need have been killed. And none of this need ever have happened.
And you'd have won, wouldn't you?
And you're right. This does not exist. And neither does Mr. Curtis. Just when will people like you realize how destructive you are?
Oh, my God, Scott. He's got the money back. He's going to use her.
He killed Lord. Yeah, she could be hidden up there anywhere.
Hey, Costa!
Let them in, please. They are friends.
Fight for freedom, maybe die, and live in a fascist peace.
May I have your attention, please? You want a story? Well, here it is. An attempt to assassinate Alexander Diakim is going to be made in this airport tonight. The man responsible calls himself Alan Curtis.
It's impossible.
I'm afraid so.
Only Mr. Diakim and those traveling beyond this point.
We're taking him to his plane.
International security rules forbid it. You must know that.
Goodbye, my good friend, and thank you very much indeed.
Bye. Take care. We'll see you soon.
You have your history.
You know more about it than I do. We have to tell it.
Not me. Not anymore.
Power for good. Remember? Remember what you said? This is Scott Allison, Vienna Airport. There are no words adequate to describe what I have just seen. There are no words. In a time of few good men, Alexander Diokim was a great man. Until the time comes when people, all people, have greater compassion for human life, we better protect the good among us, for they are our only hope and future. Kind of people are we?
Now move on.
I always knew.
Of course.